Bravo 2.
Beautiful inside-out forehand. Mizutani finds the spot right into the middle, but Zhendong so flexible. Upper body gets the back leg out of the way. Look at that, fans the racket up, out to the forehand side.
3-1.
First point for Mizutani, and the crowd going to give him some encouragement here. Attempted long push to the backhand. Now, as we saw with Shushin, a left-handed player who's forehand dominant is going to leave open the wide forehand a lot, attempting to turn the corner. It'll break off the top of the net for Mizutani, but 3 points in a row to tie it up. You could see the focus on Mizutani to stay on top of the ball and close the racket. Again, the difference in quality of the loops from Zhendong and pretty much everyone else in the world, with the exception of a handful of top Chinese players. The impact on the racket is quite different, trying to block their shots.
3-4.
An attempted short serve to the backhand side. Service error, point to Zhendong. Excellent combination, short to the forehand and quick down the line. Mizutani focused. A break there for Zhendong. See the quick apology. Sometimes it's top of the net, we don't see it. Sometimes it comes off the edge of the racket a little bit. Difficult ball, a little bit slower and very spinny from the back of the table. Mizutani left with an uncomfortably heavy spin ball. And when Mizutani beat Shushin, and even when he lost to him but made it to game 7, he was very aggressive over the table. Outstanding shot to short side. Jun Mizutani plays it out to the forehand. But it's early in the point. He knows he needs to be aggressive and keep whatever spin he can, but still keep the pace on the ball to push Zhendong off the table. Serve comes a little bit too long, but a quick reaction from the middle as Jun Mizutani makes the short stroke to counter with the forehand. Look at this here. That's right in. It would have hit him in the right hip if he didn't move. Again, the flexibility and agility and the reaction time, both players here can be brought out every point. From this camera angle, that receive looks too high, and you think surely the point's Zhendong's, it's over. But Mizutani's gotten a lot of them back in the blocking game. Wide to the forehand first, deep to the backhand next. Then covering the forehand shot to follow up if Zhendong gets it back.
6-8.
Now you could tell that Jun Mizutani was trying to figure out how to avoid the bait. Serve comes a little bit long from Zhendong, but the obvious shot is to go deep to the backhand corner, and Zhendong's waiting to turn there for the counterattack. Ooh, the second service error this game. Again, with the pressure of the opponent's receive, the over-the-table game turns up the pressure on the server to keep it short and low to the net.
10-6.
What has been a close game back and forth until a few points ago. Zhendong now with 4 game points. The slower spinny opening backhand from Mizutani saves a game point. Fast long serve and the wrist pays off. 11-7, 20-year-old Zhendong, world number 2, takes game 1 over Jun Mizutani, the top player from Japan, and we'll be back for game 2 right after this. serves.
Mizutani
Not to say that he would have won the point outright with his serves, but those could make a huge difference in the overall score. Goes for broke, stepping around. Now this is the risk Mizutani's going to have to take, and he knows it. He's going to have to play powerfully, especially while Fan Zhendong is at the table. It's those opening shots. Gets the first one in, but Fan Zhendong plays it wide to the forehand. Backs Mizutani off the table. It's the right idea. Again, Fan Zhendong, the more consistent player in the fast counter-looping game. It almost feels like a new game for Jun Mizutani. If you've watched him throughout his career, the way he's played the rest of the world. Well, shot right into the shirt there. Perfect shot from Fan Zhendong. Racket then shirt, it appeared. Just too fast and too strong. I mean, Jun Mizutani is playing outstanding table tennis right now, but Fan Zhendong comfortable to counter these back. Look at this short side, one more time step around. That's enough to end it. It's tough for Jun Mizutani to get practice against this quality of shot. Fooled. Shallow ball. Looked like Fan Zhendong would try to go wide to the forehand, and Mizutani goes to cover it. So he plays it behind the momentum. That opening backhand, the way Fan Zhendong coordinates his legs, his back, all the way down through the wrist of that backhand. Gets so much spin and pace as well. Fast long underspin serve into the body. A very different start to this game than the last.
Fan
Zhendong being very decisive from the start. One short serve, short side of half long, and he quickly comes in with the attack or something deep on the table to get Jun Mizutani backed off. But Mizutani strong there with the backhand. Excellent response to keep Fan Zhendong at bay just a little bit. Try and back him off the table, keep those aggressive shots a little bit slowed down, mistimed. Beautiful once again, deep to the backhand. Fan Zhendong holding the arm there for a moment. Seems to be fine. Rarely do we see him forced into sort of such a passive shot from the backhand side. Something between a fishing shot and a chop block from Fan Zhendong. A little retrieve. Good eye from Mizutani on the receive. Sees it comes off the table. Sees it as it comes off the table and then opens it up. This time Fan Zhendong was ready for the ball down the line of the backhand. Had a much better response to take control.
4-8.
Softer but very spinny ball from Mizutani as he starts to make his way back. So from down 6-1, 4 out of the next 6 points to Jun Mizutani, and now he's got his second serve. Ooh, surprise topspin with the side spin from Mizutani. Up and out. One more time, high toss, pendulum serve. Maybe just mostly side spin. I think Fan Zhendong thought there was some under on it. Oh, Mizutani's trying to keep it deep on the table, the fishing game he's so familiar with and so good at. But against Fan Zhendong, there's extra pressure. Chases down the forehand. It's not that Mizutani can't get it on the table, it's just how deep he has to keep it. It's been the opening backhand, and Fan Zhendong with another 4 game points. Left off the forehand side, this time 11-6, 1 point earlier for Fan Zhendong to take the second game. Zhendong at the top of the screen in black, leading 2 games to 0, and Jun Mizutani's got the crowd behind him. Backhand to backhand, a strategy that's worked well for Mizutani. Not because he has the stronger backhand, but if he can stay in and take the ball early off the bounce when Fan Zhendong is looking for the opening forehand, there'll be an element of surprise.
1-all.
Well mixed up serve, side under from Fan Zhendong for the point. Quick backhand early in the first balls are higher quality from Jun Mizutani this match than usual.
Two-all. Let 2-all. Three-two.
From that far back, Jun Mizutani's percentages quickly drop. Starts to become a fishing game. Fan Zhendong with too much time and control. Whoa, what a backhand to finish. Again, Mizutani goes down the line with the backhand. But this time it's a little bit softer, more of a block. And Fan Zhendong leaning. The fact that he can rebalance himself so quickly after that shot just goes to show you the core strength and leg strength of Fan Zhendong. Excellent touch shot to set up the inside-out third ball forehand, the fifth ball rather. Has to be so precise. Just over the line, just inside the table, Mizutani gets that ball.
5-3.
Risky serve quickly puts Mizutani into the blocking game. This one just barely missing. Mizutani right down the line again, and this time Fan Zhendong not able to open up for the wide angle. Chinese fans in the crowd much more passionate, it seems, to cheer for their player. Oh, after all that work, the shot block and then smashing it back. The punch as the open corner to the backhand side. This one right here, just incredible. But even still recovering from the next one that Fan Zhendong gets back on the table. Oh, the edge of the table for Mizutani. Outstanding counter-looping rally. This is what happens when you turn yourself up to volume 10 for every shot of the rally. The bends on both sides, and look at the placement here. Even if that comes down on top of the table, Fan Zhendong is going to go for an inside-out, what we saw Timo Boll do at the World Championships against Marcos Freitas.
7-5.
Second towel break of the game and a 2-point lead for Fan Zhendong. Very aggressive at the back of the table. Again, the first few shots, we're seeing much more power from Mizutani than when he's playing most players. Look at this, long serving with absolute confidence, goes the other way. Full stroke forehand to finish the point. Ball is gone with the wind. Love it. So tied up at 7 points each. Mizutani needs to take this game. See him falling back after that shot. Deep receive, Fan Zhendong clever. Mizutani seems very focused on the right idea here. Seems quite determined. Just missing the backside. Right deep on the table, and you could see some of the Chinese fans looking a bit concerned watching the replay there. Mizutani with the softer, spinny shot early in the points. Change up the timing, force Fan Zhendong to play a weaker shot from out in front. The last time he was in a fishing point, he played it too long, tries to shorten it up, keep it a little bit lower, finds the net. Strong start to the point from Mizutani, but again, Fan Zhendong, the more consistent, powerful player. Oh man, two bounces on the top of the net. I can't believe Mizutani recovered that. And of course, Fan Zhendong right there and ready. Watch this, 1, 2. Spills himself out on the table and goes down to the ground to finish that point. He makes that shot. If he makes that shot, it's all over the top 10. Now the arm holding the racket can touch the surface of the tabletop. Mizutani very careful not to move the table. Saves one game point down the line. Perfectly placed right at the baseline of the table. And a second serve to set it up. Save his second game point. Whoa, Fan Zhendong with the opening attack, and the pressure rises, but Mizutani's there to give it right back down the backhand side. And we are at deuce in game 3. This is yesterday with Fan Zhendong and Liang Jingquin. It was Liang Jingquin who was in the lead, and Fan Zhendong took game 3 in a situation quite similar to this. Very uncomfortable shot, but Jun Mizutani tries, really gives it his all to get that follow-up backhand attack in. Much like we see Xu Xin commit as he steps around the forehand side for that aggressive backhand shot. So Fan Zhendong with his 3rd game point this game. No, on the wide shot, Fan Zhendong off the bounce. Gives Jun Mizutani a taste of his own medicine after Mizutani gets it back into play down the line. 12-10, the closest game yet. A little bit late to get in for the flip kill. Soft hands and solid receive from Fan Zhendong. Once again, such confident receive. Fan Zhendong leading off the forehand side of the table, challenging Mizutani to come around. Again, he likes to step around the backhand corner. Ooh, Fan Zhendong now tempting the opening attack, countering it to the deep backhand of Mizutani. We got a timeout from Jun Mizutani's side. Coach Q in the corner, as they call him in Japan. Cho, when he played for China back in the day, a serve master. Speaks 4 languages. Mostly side spin there, solid placement. Fan Zhendong, that's a very, very difficult combination to have a solid answer to. With a receive that strong, to lose that point just speaks volumes about the level of Fan Zhendong. Reminds me of match point from Ma Long against Fan Zhendong in Germany. 11-10 in Game 7. Just in case you were curious, Coach Q, German, English, Japanese, and Mandarin. Fan Zhendong now with the serve. And the long underspin serve into the body. Diffuses the timeout. Now this starts to feel like the spirit is breaking a little bit. Jun Mizutani hasn't made too many. I feel like he's countered a lot of balls into play and been very focused on staying on top of the topspin. It comes right back with a quick turn from the backhand corner. It's tough to say. We see people break for trying pretty much everything they can and not having answers, but Jun Mizutani coming back with an answer after losing the first 5 points of Game 4. The spinning backhand parallel, 2 points in a row. Flip goes just long. Again, the touch on both sides. I was starting to wonder if Mizutani makes this next point from before and makes it 3-5. Would there be a timeout on the side of Fan Zhendong? Well-placed serve right at the baseline. Asking for a pretty specific, high-risk shot out of Fan Zhendong. And here's the timeout. You could feel it. Mizutani starting to come back. And again, China setting the trends in table tennis many times. Coach Qing Zhijian wants to make sure that this one doesn't get away. And it is a more aggressive timeout. Someone has a heavy lead. We see the timeouts coming earlier and earlier in the matches. The timeout used to be thought of as a lifeline. When you were drowning, it was a raft that would be thrown in to save you. The trend is get it out there while it can really affect the match, and a player has time to put it into practice before it's too late. So both life rafts have been used here within points of each other in Game 4. So interestingly enough, Jun Mizutani has his second serve here after the timeout for his opponent. There it is. He can keep Fan Zhendong a little bit soft. A long serve deep on the table, some pressure on the backhand, and then goes for commitment. Step around forehand at full throttle. Ooh, and the pressure continues to build. The service error from Fan Zhendong. You can see mentally that there's pressure building on Fan Zhendong's side. Started a few points ago. Oh, what a shot.
5-7.
Track marks, shoes skidding out from under Mizutani. Starts to turn the corner. Has a chance if he can stay on his feet, but that's a very difficult ball. Crafty play from Fan Zhendong to play it to the short side. And he stops what would have been tie game to make it a 2-point lead. Too good. Fan Zhendong getting everything back. Short stroke, racket up high. The banana back to the deep backhand. That forehand stroke looked like it started at the same time as Jun Mizutani's stroke. That's how early he had to start his stroke. Such a short stroke. The push back from the table. Mizutani able to take control once again. In near the table keeps the pressure on Zhendong to keep it short. The timeout and the service there again. There's a chance here for Jun Mizutani to take this game. He looks uncomfortable. This is really the only chance. When you think about Jun Mizutani versus Zhendong, if he makes Zhendong uncomfortable, questioning himself, we'll see a test of mental strength right here for Zhendong on the receive. What an answer, the backhand out wide quick. Zhendong with a big point. After 3 in a row had gone to Jun Mizutani. A lot of ganbares from the young crowd for the Japanese player. And this time he's a little bit more centered on the table, which forces Zhendong to try and play it wider. 9-9, the third towel break of the game, and it's down to the wire for Jun Mizutani. Zhendong 2 points away from a rematch of the World Championships men's singles final, and Mizutani 2 points away from a chance to stay alive and fight in the Game 5. The Game 5 that could lead to the Game 6 and the deciding Game 7. Wow! Again, from this angle, that ball looked killable for Zhendong. It looked like the receive was not strong enough, but Mizutani gets right back to the backhand corner to keep it in play. Now game point for Mizutani on the receive. Outstanding combination. The long push wide to the forehand, stays on top of the ball, and an aggressive Jun Mizutani thrills the crowd to come back, takes the timeout from his opponent. And it gives them more energy. Starting off Game 5, having won the last game, Mizutani looking quick on his feet. And a strong start, short receive in the parallel backhand before he turns for the forehand to win the point. Then Zhendong won the first 3 games. Mizutani back against the ropes here. Long push and the touch, very confident to just sort of float it deep on the table. Outstanding recovery from Zhendong. The setup from Mizutani was so strong. Fools him on the serve, reverse pendulum short to the backhand. That inside-out forehand right there was very wide. But again, the strong legs of Zhendong and the good read, the anticipation gets him to that wide shot to counter back. Not this time, a strong backhand, but the pace of Zhendong is used to. He's right there and ready to put it away. Look at this shotgun reaction, a bullet back off the side of the table. Exiting the side that is, of course, clear top. Steady winner for Zhendong. Nice shot into the body. Zhendong covers, gets the racket head up from the middle. See this one more time. This ball right there. And Mizutani down the line as Zhendong goes deeper and deeper into the backhand corner. It's perfect timing for Mizutani to play a parallel shot for the winner. Combination corner to corner, wide to the forehand, and right back to the opposite side. Mizutani on fire right now. Again, the timing. The national team players from China take the ball so early, and Jun Mizutani trying to do it even earlier out here. Much like Miu Hirano at the Asian Championships. Harimoto doing the same pattern against Jun Mizutani at the World Championships. This one will not come down. Mizutani putting so much power into the ball, really trying to overpower whenever he gets his forehand into play. A lot of side spin on that backhand to set up this ground-touching forehand. It's difficult to touch the ground, get back up for a counter loop in the middle of such a fast rally. Zhendong before the last backhand, and Mizutani sees him turning the corner, plays it down the line. Zhendong jumping a leapfrog shot from behind the table. Mizutani would love to add some names of the big four Chinese players to his checklist of players he's beaten.
4-5.
Clever idea, but the pressure builds as Zhendong starts to move to the backhand to cover this shot.
Mizutani.
Oh, break. Nope, it stayed on the side of Mizutani first. Haven't seen that receive yet. The side swiping inside out forehand. 2 big points in a row for Zhendong. Jun Mizutani looking to get aggressive again. Oh, too wide.
5-6.
Beautiful look. Zhendong, his signature shot. The Chiquita over the table. He starts to go to the forehand and quickly recovers to get back into the backhand. The balance of Zhendong, again, leg strength and core strength. He's able to make those quick adjustments at the last moment.
Okay.
Mizutani saying, mind if I wipe the sweat from the table for a moment? Got permission. Has to make sure he's not yellow carded for stalling.
7-5.
Now the timing of Mizutani here, a little bit challenged. Zhendong with 4 straight points in a row, keeps it pinned deep into the backhand. Mizutani can't get enough acceleration to keep it fast and deep to the corner. Zhendong will stay in control. Much better start to the point this time for Mizutani. He was aggressive for a shot or two and forced back in. When he's that far off the table again, it's only natural to become the fishing player. And he realizes his chances of winning the point fishing just not high enough. Goes for the big counter backhand. The risk he has to take. Surprising amount of underspin as he takes it right off the bounce. Within 2. Last game was a comeback for Mizutani. This isn't over. Beautiful shot right off the bounce. Deep serve on the table. Gets a shot just inside, takes it early. Love this shot. Not only that he's ready to turn and take one more for the step around forehand if the ball comes back to finish the point. Aggressive backhand once again, and Mizutani ties it up. He's taking some risks deep into the body, but early in the rally, the quality of the shot has to be high. He has to take it on the uprise and keep the pressure on while he's close to the table. Zhendong, incredible shots. Mizutani, again, those inside-out forehands. Watch him get the upper body out of the way, how low he has to lean 2 times in a row. So difficult to regain your balance and go the other way after these shots. Zhendong testing the agility of his opponent. Jun Mizutani now down 1. Once again, the backhand counter does not find the table. Gets a few fishing shots on. It's an uncomfortable place to be. He can't lob forever, not to Zhendong. Most players in the world, yes, Mizutani can win the point waiting for the forehand counterattack from off the table. But it's 2 match points for Xiaopeng. That is Zhendong throughout China to get a rematch against Ma Long and a chance to retain his title and get revenge from the World Championships, although it's not quite the same. Of course, 2 different titles here. And this match is still going. Mizutani with the serves. Serve comes long, and the opening attack from Zhendong earns him a chance to defend his title. We will have the rematch that the world has been waiting for. World number 2, Zhendong takes down Jun Mizutani and finds his arch nemesis. It is the Superman to his Batman.